The future of football depends in large part on our ability to protect players from concussions and other brain injuries. Researchers at Michigan State University have come up with technology that will help in that regard. Our Christopher Lane shows us how their new impact headbands work.
A small invention could have a huge impact on athletes. Michigan State researchers created a headband that can measure the severity of head impacts. The idea is to let coaches and trainers know when an athlete needs to get treatment.
The way we see it is an extension to the clinical evaluation.
The device uses sensors to show how hard a wearer gets hit. If the sensor shows a star and a circle, it's likely the player sustained a concussion.
If you see stars, then you should see a physician.
The design is meant to be simple and affordable for families and schools.
We set out at the beginning to make sure that this was going to be widely available to the people who needed it the most.
Professional leagues like the NFL have doctors on the sidelines, but a high school football team might only have an athletic trainer.
If a player is concussed, we want that information known to the coaches, the staff, the physicians as soon as possible.
Which could change the game for youth athletics.
Anything that helps identify that a youngster may have sustained a concussion is a good thing.
That's because it's vital to pull an athlete out of the game if they get one.
You don't want a kid to have something happen during the game, stay in the game, and be immediately confronted with second impact syndrome.
And Blanchard and Dentis have already seen their device work.
During the spring game, there was one player that received an impact that was sufficient, showed stars, and it was sufficient to warrant clinical examination.
Which means athletes should be safer on the sidelines once the device is released. In East Lansing, Christopher Lane, Fox 47 News.
Michigan State's football and soccer teams are using the headbands during practices, but not in actual games yet. The developers don't know when it will be available for other schools to buy.